And then we're able to now copy this. Okay, if I right click that, I go copy and I go paste, and you're going to say, ooh, that's pretty cool. Because now, because I've done referencing to both the query and here, I actually am, this copied cell is actually accurate. The only difference between this one and this one is this is working with actual and this is working with budget. So I double click that just to show you that it's exactly the same. It's pulling from that account. It is pulling for the right period, but now it is because of this reference, it is pulling in from the budget. Okay, so it's fine without me doing anything. And now I'm going to right click again. I'm going to copy into here and paste. And if you look at the query now, you can see that it is pulling from the right business unit and the right ledger. And we're working on this column here, column E, the budget last year, and it is pulling in, no, this was the actual for last year, excuse me, very important distinction, with the actual for last year, and so we are getting the actual, so that's copied fine from the right account, from A12 and 87,130, that's right, you see, but right now it is still pulling in for the year to date, current year. So in essence, that this value here for current year to date in this column and here right now, this is the same, exactly the same value. It's only just been copied over. But we want to change the period here so it points to our last, and so our last year to date, not the current year to date. So we come over here and we've got enter prior year to date, and that brings that baby up. And sort of nonsensical right here, we want the end of the prior year range, and so we come over here, we click the little diamond, and we get the beginning and the end, and we go okay with that. Okay, and so everything is now just peachy, except for this thing is looking at the prior year to date. So this one is fine, and now we can copy it again. Okay, let's just copy this C12 since that's what we understand the best, and we paste, and we have the right ledger, because we're looking at budget information in this column F. So it is pulling in from the budget, it is pulling in from that account correctly, and so the only thing that is wrong is the accounting period. And so here is the beginning of the accounting period, and what we want, not accounting period, but what period we want is that we want the full year. So we come down here to where it says enter the current year range, and we put this as the beginning, okay, and we come down here and just doing the same thing, and now we're in current year range and the end, and see this is the beginning of the year because it's got single brackets, and this is the end of the year here because it has double brackets. Okay, so I'm going to pause for just a second here, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now we've copied these, and we hope that we've got them reflecting properly, and we need to do a little math here. We do it exactly like we do in Excel, so I'm going to put an equal sign, and I put equal F12 minus C12. How's that sound? Next step we'll do is we'll format these like we want it, and for the sake of having something to do with it, I am going to right click these and format the cells. Sake of having something to show you to modify, you might be happy with like that, is I want them to be a number. I want them to be a number with no decimal places, and I want to use commas. Of course, you would do what you want. You might want to use periods as your thousand separator, and you might want decimal places. So we go OK, and we did it beforehand because we're now going to take this, and I'm right clicking there, and we'll copy that baby, and we'll come right down here, and we'll right click and we'll go paste. And as crazy as it sounds, we've now done this. This should be insurance expense for the year-to-date budget, and if we click that just to show you that it worked, we're looking at the budget and we're looking at insurance expense and for the whole year, and it's working just perfect. Okay. And so we're continuing with our little work here, and so we could do a little underline there, and we go OK.